Hello, hello, hello there. Thank you so much for your patience as we're getting everything together. I do want to remind everyone that this page is dedicated to the Most High Yahweh and those that are seeking truth. And so we want to ask that you all will be more gracious, be more mindful of those that may not know as much as you, but are still seeking truth. Okay. So let's be nice and gentle in the comments. If you have, right, be gentle. Okay. Don't be rude. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in the comments section right there. And then if maybe you rewatch this segment that you a question come, go ahead and email us that at Storytime St0RYT capital TIM3 WFF at gmail.com, where it will ping Auntie Shelly on the beat and she will get to you. All right. So with that, we as normal, we don't have no recap. Recap is yesterday video. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and tell you that.
Yeah, you're not doing too much for a recap.
For a recap. all we can tell you is the angel is showing Enoch some stuff. All right. And so we are going to be in the book of Enoch, the 23rd chapter, and we're gonna go ahead and say a prayer. So here we go, y'all. You can close your eyes or you can leave them open. It's up to you. All right, it's up to you. So, Father, y'all, thank you so much for allowing us to be here, for allowing us to just be in your word. Father, be in your word today. I pray that you will forgive us for our sin and our transgression, Father, that you will continue to cleanse us from all iniquity, Father. Continue to shape us in your humility and in your character, Father, y'all. I pray that you will make a way on tonight, Father. Reveal what it is that you will reveal and what you want to show throughout your scriptures, Father, y'all. Pray that you give us both, all of us, Father, understanding. Give us wisdom, Father. Make it plain. Make it plain, Father, y'all. And we thank you. You said where 2 or 3 are gathered in your name, Father, you will be in the midst. We welcome your Ruach to be right in the midst, Father Yah. And may you be pleased with what's going on tonight. And may all praises be directed to you, not to us. And we thank you so much. In Yahushua HaMashiach's name we pray. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, so grab your Bibles, okay, because that's the only way you're going to get it, or your book of your Enoch, however you have it, and turn to chapter 23. Everybody got it? Let's go.
Ready?
Woo! I'm excited. All right. We ready. All right.
We ready.
From there, I went to another place. And remember, you got to find out where the other place was, okay? From yesterday. You got to tap into that video. But from there, yesterday reading, okay, I went to another place, towards the west, unto the extremities of the earth, till the end of the earth. Not the curvature. Just saying. All right. Where I beheld a fire blazing and running along without cessation, which intermitted its course neither by day nor by night, but continue always the same. I inquired, saying, what is this which never stops or ceases? Then Raguel, one of the holy angels, who were with me, answered and said, this blazing fire which you behold running towards the west is all the luminaries of the heaven. Wow. And if you can't tell, this is not a good thing, right? I don't think this is a good thing.
Doesn't look like it. Unless, no, because it's fire. Okay, wait.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell with Enoch because he's showing them so much stuff that
don't give me the
he's showing them so much stuff that so we know he showed them where the lake of fire was with all the, but this could actually be where the stars are when they're not in the sky. Because remember, the sun goes down, the moon goes down, and we'll read that later on in Enoch where the stars come out when they're supposed to, the moon, the sun, the luminaries. So it could mean that because that's the luminaries, that's the light. Or it could mean
that's where they go.
And they're angels. So I think we just gotta
keep reading
and know which group this is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, y'all let us know though. You let me know. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing? Okay. Y'all let us know. Shalom, cousin James, Jim. Okay. Shalom, Abram and Lauren in the chat, and Auntie Shishi, Dad, and Cammy. Good to see you. And those that are tuning that's not in the chat, shalom. Peace. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're going to go into chapter 24 in the book of Enoch. All right. It says, I went from there to another place and saw a mountain of fire flashing both by day and night. I proceeded towards it and perceived 7 splendid mountains, which were all different from one another. Their stones were brilliant and beautiful. All were brilliant and splendid to behold, and beautiful was their surface. 3 were towards the east and strengthened by being placed one upon another. And 3 were towards the south, strengthened in a similar manner. There were likewise deep valleys, which did not approach each other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of them. In length, they all resembled the seat of a throne. And now listen, this is a good one.
Odoriferous trees.
Odoriferous trees, okay, surrounded them.
Which means they smell good. It's the odor of the tree.
Okay.
That's why the furious. I know the odor.
I see odor too, but I was like, let me see.
And notice how these mountains look like a throne. And the stones on these mountains are brilliant and beautiful. So he's saying there, it looks like 3 of them stacked, 3 of them stacked, and then there's one in the middle that looks like a seat.
I can see that in my mind. And yes, she's right. So that tree, it says having or giving off a smell, especially an unpleasant or a distinctive one. Okay, so
we'll see if this is unpleasant or distinctive, because distinctive just means it's different.
It's different. Yeah. Okay. All right. Among these, there were a tree of an unceasing smell. Unceasing smell. That's right. Nor of those which were in Eden was there one of all the fragrant trees, which smelt like this. Its leaf, its flower, and its bark never withered, and its fruit was beautiful.
Oh, so he's saying this, among these there was a tree, so he's talking about a good smell, unceasing. He said all the flowers, trees, and things in the Garden of Eden, as good as they smelled, remember with Adam? He said, this one smells way better. Way better. I think this is Yah's throne on the earth.
Okay, what y'all think?
That's what I think.
Do y'all think this is Yah's throne on the earth, or it just happened to look like a throne?
See, his bark never withered, and his fruit was beautiful.
Do you think this is a depiction of his character? He never withers. Nothing about him is old. He is not in time. Are we going deep? Are we climbing ladders?
I mean,
I'm trying to see what y'all think.
It's good that it reminds you of that. Do you see what I'm saying? But Enoch says what it means, and it means what it says. He said, I saw some mountains
that look like a throne.
That look like a throne, and it smelled this way. So, yes, and yes.
All right. What do y'all think? Chime in. Don't be shy. All right. 4. Its fruit resembled the cluster of the palm. I exclaimed, behold, this tree is goodly in aspect, pleasing in its leaf, and the sight of its fruit is delightful to the eye. Then Michael, one of the holy and glorious angels who were with me and who presided over them, answered and said, Enoch, why do you inquire respecting the odor of this tree? Are you inquisitive to know it?
Yeah, dude.
Listen,
I want to know.
this ain't new to you, but it's new to me. Okay,
Look,
I ain't never been here.
Michael, just cause you been here from the beginning.
He like, why are you so curious?
Yeah, because Michael's like, dude, I see this tree is.
Yes. Auntie Kim, she said, it's the throne. Pay attention to the wording.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for chiming in. All right, then 7. Then I, Enoch, replied to him and said, concerning everything I am desirous of instruction, but particularly concerning this tree.
So Enoch, Grandpa was like, yeah, look, Michael, you done dragged me from one end of the earth to the other, showing me. You expect me not to answer? Yeah,
I'm curious. I want to know why this tree looks like this and smells so good. Excuse me.
He said, I'm desirous of all this, but for this tree,
something special.
Particularly concerning this tree, because it's something.
Is it the tree of life? Is it the tree of life?
Something about this tree. Come on
Nobody
now.
know about the tree of life. Nobody know where that was. Auntie Shelley, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it stayed in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Hey.
All right. Well, that's my guess.
Oh, but then wait, Enoch said, where was it?
Oh well, maybe not, huh? Because why would Michael respond that way?
Because Enoch said, among these there was a tree but unceasing smell. Nor of those which were in Eden was there one at all. So
it's not.
Enoch is like, I've been to Eden. It's different. Oh, I gave some away. I'm sorry, y'all. That you're gonna learn later on, but that's okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. 8. Let's get into 8. He answered me, saying, that mountain which you behold, the extent of whose head resembles the seat of Yahuwah, will be the seat on which shall sit the glory and the
okay,
great.
Slow down, because you missed the whole 2 words.
Did I?
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish. Let's start over. He answered me, saying, that mountain which you behold, the extent of whose head resembles the seat of Yahuwah, will be the seat on which shall sit the holy and great Yahuwah of glory, the everlasting King, when he shall come and descend to visit the earth with goodness.
He said when he comes down,
he is going to be huge.
Yeah, you see his whole throne, this big old mountain.
Yes. Auntie Kim, she says, wow, is it picking back on up to the to the garden? She said, wow, is it picking back up to the garden?
Is the throne, you mean?
Maybe she's talking about the tree. Is it sending clothes? But he said he never seen it in the garden Eden.
He said even in Eden. So this tree, it looks like it's by the throne.
Yes.
With some fruit, and it smells much better than any tree that was even in the garden.
It's a depiction of righteous people.
No, it's a tree.
Okay. Listen, it says what it says.
It says what it means, and it means what it said. I mean, yes, we, to him,
because we're fruit,
it's like
the fruit of the spirit.
We give
the tree of life.
Because of Mashiach, we give like this. Oh, that's like the prayers, the odor is the prayers of the saints and stuff like that. Yes, you could say that, but this, I need y'all to know this is real. Like,
gotcha.
He's coming to sit on this throne for real.
Gotcha.
It's not a symbol. He's coming for real.
Well,
you know what I said?
Yes.
But it's good that you apply it to things because it makes you more humble and it gets you in line. Like, I want to be fragrant like this. Yes. I want to move like this. But he's going to sit on this throne, on this earth. Okay. The throne already there.
All right. Well, he is, the Most High is huge. Mm-hmm. The mountains, y'all know what mountains look like. All right. And it's 7 of them. All right. So where are we? We're at 9. Okay. She said the tree of life. So why is this picking back up to the garden, the tree of life? Talking about the tree that's next to the mountain.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, the only reason why I'm hesitating is the tree of life was in the Garden of Eden. And Grandpa Enoch said it wasn't a tree like that.
In Eden.
So, I mean, but he could have got the tree out the garden and sat it next to him for safekeeping, but he got, okay.
Because I thought he
there's
hid
no way I can't say this, so
he
I'm
hid
just going to say
the
it.
tree of life. Or the place.
No, remember he put the angel in there to guard the way of the tree of life so nobody could get in.
Gotcha.
Enoch has actually been in the Garden of Eden.
So he knows what's there.
That's why he can say, look, I've been to the garden. You done put me up in there. I know ain't no tree smell like this. Gotcha. So maybe when Enoch went in, before he let Enoch in, he took the tree out. So I don't know. This could be the tree of life. And Enoch never really saw it when it was in the garden because he took it out. But so yeah, I won't be. Some things are a surprise.
Take my earrings off.
Some things we gonna be like, when we get there, we gonna be like, oh, yeah.
All right. So let me go in 9. And that tree of an agreeable smell, not one of carnal odor, there shall be no power. There should be no power to touch until the period of the great judgment, when all shall be punished and consumed forever. This shall be bestowed on the righteous and humble. The fruit of the tree shall be given to the elect.
So it might be the tree of life. Because remember, we're going to finally get to eat of it. Because remember, Adam and Eve, when they're in the garden, they were allowed, the tree of life was not off limits. Remember, that's not the tree that was off limits. It was a tree to the knowledge of good and evil. And the reason why he had to take them out is because now, since they brought in sin, if you remember, he said, because if you eat of the tree of life, you'll be in this way forever.
Oh yeah, forever. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
So yeah, could be.
All right. So let's see. When all shall be punished and consumed forever, this shall be bestowed. I need to read from 9 again. Sorry, guys. We got to make it flow. And that tree of an agreeable smell, not one of carnal odor, there shall be no power to touch until the period of the great judgment, when all shall be punished and consumed forever. This shall be bestowed on the righteous and humble. The fruit of the tree shall be given to the elect. For towards the north life shall be planted in the holy place, towards the habitation of everlasting King.
Yeah, it sounded like it is. Who was that said it was? It was Kim.
No, I said it.
Oh yeah, you said it, but wasn't
Kim? Yeah, Kim.
See, you and Kim gonna be. I told y'all. I told y'all.
We was like, wait a minute, that sounds like the tree of life. Yeah. But like, notice too, like he says, not one of a carnal odor.
Like you ain't never smelled this.
And listen, like what kind of odor are we giving the Most High?
Yeah, right.
Okay, I know what you mean about
this is that's fine the way you say that. Yeah,
but what kind of odor are we sending up to that? Listen, I don't judging on how great he is. I don't know how big or wide his nostrils are, but what are we sending up?
Yeah, because that's our prayers. That's because remember, the incense was the prayers of the saints going up. But now, since we can approach the throne great ourselves because of Mashiach, those prayers have an odor.
Right.
Are they righteous or are they unrighteous?
Yes. And then shall be bestowed on the righteous and humble. On the righteous and who? Humble. And if y'all notice, this system really goes against humility.
Oh, yeah.
They literally play us into thinking that when you humble, you're a punk, you're a pushover. But that is the key.
Yeah.
Humility is the key.
They push pride over.
They push pride.
Everything.
Y'all know we be rocking it. Well, not we. Not we.
Yeah.
But they even have a Pride Month. It could be named anybody else. It could be named whatever else, but they chose the word pride. Okay? Humility is huge, and they really, really tricked us into thinking that being humble is being a pushover.
Yep.
And that is not it at all. All right? we see, just wanted to point that out.
10.
10. Then shall they greatly rejoice and exult in the Holy One, and that's capitalized. The sweet odor shall enter into their bones. Come on, sir. And they shall live a long life on the earth as your forefathers have lived. Neither in their days shall sorrow, distress, trouble, and punishment afflict them. So as the kingdom is coming down, so Enoch is seeing the kingdom being established on earth, or are we moving too fast?
No, this is he said once,
because we live in
so
forever.
he said Yahuwah coming down, right?
So judge
for judgment. But after it's all over, the people who are left get to eat of this tree, right? So remember, it's hard to tell things sort of like, I'm going to say in chronological order sometimes. Sometimes you got to go, this is this, but then in between, like this happens.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we know that, I think that's the 1,000-year reign is Mashiach, not Yahuwah. I'm not going to be dogmatic, but
I'm going to put that on a shirt for you.
Okay. It says they're going to live alone, because remember, our forefathers lived a long, 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 long time.
Yes.
But we were meant to live forever.
Correct.
So, because remember, after the 1,000-year reign, some people got to go.
By choice.
Yeah. Right. Because you really chose the other side, but you're going to live a long time if you right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, listen, Father, may your sweet odor be all through these bones. Okay, I have a lot of them for you. Okay. 11. And I bless Yahuwah of glory, the everlasting King, because he has prepared this tree for the Kodashim, formed it, and declared that he will give it to them.
Remember, he made that promise to Adam way in the garden. Don't worry, I got you, but sorry, dude, you can't.
It's the tree of life. I'm just going to believe it.
Not today. And remember how Adam, in the books, I can't remember if it was the book, the Testament of Adam, they kept talking about that smell. They could smell, but they weren't allowed to.
Absolutely.
Because they were locked out the garden. Yes, the rivers, all that
and the
sweet
scent,
smell.
The scent kept making him want to go back, and he had to hide that scent.
Yeah, because they was like,
it was a scent that.
I remember they even went there to try to get some of that water and stuff, and he's like, sorry.
Yes. Okay, so Auntie Kim says in the chat, y'all, she says that is why Adam and Eve had to be removed from the garden, so that Adam and Eve would live forever in sin.
Right.
We're going back to the way life should have been in the beginning.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, this is exciting. And who knows, it can be real, real close too. So I'm excited about that. All right, 25. From there I proceeded to the middle of the earth and beheld a happy and fertile spot, which contained branches of continually sprouting from the trees which were planted in it. There I saw a holy mountain, and underneath it, water was on the eastern side, which flowed towards the south. I saw also on the east another mountain as high as that, and between them there were deep, but not wide valleys. Waters ran towards the mountains to the west of this, and underneath there was likewise another mountain. There was a valley, but not a wide one. Below it and in the midst of them were other deep and dry valleys towards the extremity of the three. All these valleys, which were deep but not wide, consisted of a strong rock with a tree which was planted in them. And I wondered at the rock and at the valleys being extremely surprised. Oh.
He was like, now what's this?
Right. Listen.
What's going on? And notice he's showing Enoch, not the middle earth, like you get in
Right.
Lord of the Rings. It's the middle of the earth. And just FYI, when Yahuwah was dividing up the land, Shem got the middle of the earth, which means the Garden of Eden is in the land of Shem.
Somewhere in there.
It's somewhere. That's where it was. He inherited, Shem's line inherited all that. The Garden of Eden, where the throne is, all that is in the land of Shem. Why do you think they really guard certain places of the earth, have took over certain places of the earth, won't let you go, don't want you to go, they know where all that stuff is.
They absolutely, or have an idea and trying to find it.
They're never going to find the Garden of Eden. You just stop.
He's not going to let them find it. He know what their purpose was for.
And even if you do, you ain't getting in.
Right. All right. And so listen, there's a lot going on in chapter 25. A lot going on. Also saw another mountains as high as that, and between them were deep,
and then
but not wide.
Under it,
and then a strong rock inside of it.
Yeah, it's like it's layers. But remember, when Yah had opened up the ground that time and hid the ark of the covenant, I think a lot of stuff is hidden. It's there, but it's hidden.
Absolutely. Okay, so maybe he's going to explain it in this next chapter. Okay, chapter 26 says, "Then I said, what means this blessed land? All these lofty trees and the accursed valley between them." Then Uriel, one of the holy angels who were with me, replied, "This valley is the accursed of the accused forever. Here shall be collected all who uttered with their mouths unbecoming language against Elohim, and speak harsh things of the glory of his glory. Here shall they be collected. Here shall be their territory. In the latter days, an example of judgment shall be made of them in righteousness before the Kodashim, while those who have received mercy shall forever, all their days, bless Elohim, the everlasting King. And at the period of judgment shall they bless him for his mercy, as he has distributed it to them. This I bless Elohim, addressing myself to him, and making mention, as was meet, of his greatness."
Yeah.
Now let me tell you, I wasn't thinking that.
Yeah, so basically where his throne is, how the courtroom is by the jail.
Yes.
So when you take them from jail,
yes,
it ain't that far to go to the courtroom.
Yes.
So wherever this holding tank is until the period of judgment is not far from the throne. Because you just marching up finna get your judgment.
But when he definitely painted a different picture for me, because I was like, okay, this space ain't that bad. It looked like
I think it's both. Because
you got,
depending on what side you're on.
Right. It says on the earth and beheld a happy and fertile spot. I'm like, okay. And then I get plot twist in 26. Yeah.
Because but remember, there's layers.
Yes.
So they're probably under a couple of layers down or something. Like I said, the jail is always next to the courthouse. Always.
Okay, well, let's see where he goes next. Says chapter 27. "From there I proceeded towards the east to the middle of the mountain in the desert, the level surface only of which I perceived. It was full of trees of the seed alluded to, and water leaped down upon it. There appeared a cataract composed as of many cataracts, both towards the west and towards the east. Upon one side were trees, upon the other water and dew.
I'm gonna look up cataracts. The only cataracts I know is in your eyes. I don't remember this.
Come on, man. Come on, ma'am. Thank you. Teamwork.
Cataract.
Because I was thinking of some kind of transportation. I don't know. Some kind of vehicle. Cataract composed of many cataracts. So maybe not.
Yeah,
anybody else have an idea?
Eyes.
Yeah.
Well, it's a cloudy area in the lens of your eye, so maybe he means there appeared a cloudy area composed of many cloudy areas.
Maybe. So maybe he couldn't, and that's probably why he only could go so far. He says, only of which I perceived. The level surface only of which I perceived. It was full of trees.
Cloudy or opaque area. Yeah, that's what it is in your eye. So it must mean the...
Okay. Then I went to another place from the desert, towards the east of that mountain which I had approached. There I beheld the trees of judgment, particularly the sweet-smelling opiate, frankincense, and myrrh, and trees unlike to each other. And over it, above them, was the elevation of the eastern mountain at no great distance.
Okay. So trees of judgment. So frankincense. Please smell opiate, frankincense. Frankincense is myrrh. Wait, where did frankincense? Oh, I'm like, where do I know about frankincense and myrrh? It's the gift.
Yeah, the three wise men.
Yeah, the three wise men.
Okay.
Or the wise men.
Yeah.
I won't say three.
Right. Who told us that? Okay. 29. I likewise saw another place with valleys of water, which never wasted, where I perceived a goodly tree, which in smell resembled the mastic tree. Let's see where that is. Mastic tree. So it says...
I bet it's a tree called the mastic tree that they just totally renamed.
It says the mastic tree.
Yeah.
Okay, mastic tree. And towards the sides of these valleys, I perceived cinnamon of a sweet odor. Over them, I advanced towards the east.
You put yourself in Enoch's shoes right now. You are traveling literally all over the world.
You are.
All over the world. You're seeing things from the top down, which means you're seeing everything. Everything. He showed no secrets. No, you know why? Because he trusted Enoch to pass it on. Some of us would have been like, nah, this is too scary, or no, I ain't doing this. Like,
wow. Then I beheld another mountain containing trees, from which water flowed like a nikitro. Thank you. Let there be light. Good to see you, milk and honeys. Okay, 30. I'll reread that. Then I beheld another mountain containing trees, from which waters flowed like a nikitro.
Nectar. So it flows. It's probably like really sweet and to drink and good. And I need me some of this water.
All right. So it says its name was St0ryTim3 and Kalbomba.
Oh.
And upon this mountain I beheld another mountain upon which were trees of alva.
Okay, alva is aloe, and then the other two strack and galbanum.
Yeah, galbon.
Whatever it is good.
Right. These trees were full like almond trees and were strong. And when they produced fruit, it was superior to all redolence.
Look how rich this earth is.
Boy,
and we jacked it up, like for real. Mankind has let Hasatan. Well, I'm not gonna say Hasatan. That Azazel and Simjaz and all them whose names we done let them use us to jack up this beautiful earth.
Wow. And it says redolence means the quality of having a pleasant or strong odor, a fragrance or scent, or the quality of being suggestive or reminiscent of something else, often used with us.
I bet this earth smelled real good.
Because it was a reflection of him.
Yes. It's just like when you go way out somewhere in the country or in the mountains and that air just smells so good because ain't nobody jacked with it.
And Auntie Kimmy hits a good to see you, Uncle Ronald. Good to see you. Shalom. Auntie, we are in the book of Enoch on the 31st chapter. Auntie Kimmy says cataract, a waterfall or downpouring of water.
Oh, I didn't see that in mine. Yeah, it kept bringing up eye stuff for me. So like I won't say like the Niagara Falls, but because Niagara Falls is because of a dam. But
it could have been in its purest form.
Yes, a real one, real waterfall.
There appeared a cataract composed as many cataracts or composed of waterfalls.
Yes,
and there are places with lots of waterfalls.
Yes, because the way Yahuwah designed everything, there's waterfalls everywhere, but each one goes to all the water goes to a certain place and just keeps recycling itself.
Wow. But, Thank you so much.
Go canals and
and
Lake Merritts.
Right. 31. After these things, surveying the entrances of the north above the mountains, I perceived 7 mountains replete with pure nard. Good smelling trees, odoriferous. I don't know how to say it, but
definitely smell good.
It's a good, great smelling tree. Okay, cinnamon and papyrus. From there, I passed on above the summits of those mountains to some distance eastward and went over the Erythraean Sea.
And that's the Red Sea.
The Red Sea. Wow. And when I was advanced far beyond it, I passed along above the angel St0ryTim3 and arrived at the garden of righteousness. In this garden I beheld, among other trees, some which were numerous and large, and which flourished there. Their fragrance was agreeable and powerful, and their appearance both varied and elegant. The tree of knowledge also was there, of which if anyone eats, he becomes endowed with great wisdom. It was like a species of a tamarind tree, bearing fruit which resembled grapes, extremely fine, and its fragrance extended to a considerable distance. I exclaimed, "How beautiful is this tree, and how delightful it is in its appearance!"
That tree was gorgeous.
Wow. And it's crazy because Adam had to smell this.
Yeah.
He was smelling this because, and I don't know if it was testimony of Adam's or
the book.
Or the book of Adam and Eve, but he kept following the scent of the tree.
And remember when Kua or Eve was tempted with it, she said, "This is a beautiful tree.
This is a beautiful tree." Wow. I love when different books kind of tie into another book. And it just gives it validity, right? It just makes it more valid. All right, so he's excited. He's like, this is a beautiful tree, right? And in the characteristic of this tree, y'all, oh my, the tree of knowledge doesn't give you wisdom. Well, let's see what this says.
If he eats, he becomes endowed with great wisdom.
Yeah.
It's just you don't know what to, just because you have wisdom don't mean you know what to, ain't wisdom knowing what to do?
Applied wisdom? You can have
depends on what
from
wisdom.
The Messiah, from the Most High.
Yeah.
So you would know what to do with it, with wisdom, because it's from
him. It just makes me think because they from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Okay, different kind of tree.
This is tree wisdom. Of knowledge also was there. of which if anyone eats, he becomes endowed with great wisdom. I thought wisdom came from the Ruach. I would say,
I mean, it
absolutely.
does, but yeah. Maybe
Absolutely.
it opened your mind to understand something more, or yeah, I'm starting to get these little trees. Not these little trees, but
But he's saying if you went to this place, just like in
oh, in
Adam and
this
Eve,
place, yeah.
right? So they can eat out of any
Mhm.
tree, but they had everything. So they had the wisdom. They had all of this, even now, you know?
Yeah, because the difference
I
I
mean, even
think
then.
is, yeah,
But when
there's the
sin came in,
yeah, there's a tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which means you know what's good and you know what's evil.
you
And then
awaken
this
to
is
that.
the tree of knowledge.
Mhm.
So I think this is two separate trees. I think this is the one. I don't think this is the one that caused the sin.
Right.
Would not cause a sin, but the one they ate, because that was the knowledge of good and evil. So it gave you some knowledge, but the knowledge it gave you was good and evil.
Right.
This one gives you wisdom.
And also, like, I get it because we're reading and it says what it says, right?
Mm-hmm.
But also the wisdom of the Most High. He gives us that.
That's it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you still, Uncle Ronald, I know you've been rocking wisdom. Let me see. Dad goes on to say the tree is just a vehicle. It still comes from the Ruach. Yes.
Right. Because you have to ask for
because it's the Most
Mhm.
High, right?
Yeah.
And then it's because He uses us to move in
Mhm.
such a way we couldn't move by our own spirit.
No
It
way.
will only be from His spirit that we move.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. Because even if
Then the
like
power will be in the tree and not in the Most High.
exactly. That's
right? And then
exactly.
the tree
That's
becomes
what I
the
was trying to
Elohim.
think of a way to say it. Yes.
And that's not what he's saying. He
wisdom
said,
does not come from
like
the
Dad
tree.
said, it's the vehicle, but it
Mhm.
still comes from the Ruach, from the
Mhm.
Father.
It's just like we're reading these books, right? The wisdom we're getting from these books is not from the book. It's from the Most High, because the Most High the one showed Enoch around to write it down so that one day we could read it.
Mm-hmm.
But it all still comes from
comes from Him. Absolutely. I love that. But that was an excellent question. Thank you so much. Let me see. 5. Then holy Raphael, an angel who was with me, answered and said, "This is the tree of knowledge, of which your ancient father and your aged mother ate."
What you say?
He said, as my hand
He
is up.
said, "This is that tree." I'm thinking it's a whole nother tree, y'all.
Yeah, he says.
And I read this before. I'm thinking this a whole nother tree.
Listen, it's different when you reread it, huh?
Yeah.
When he bring it to you.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "This is the tree of knowledge, of which your ancient father and your aged mother ate, who were before you, and who, obtaining knowledge, their eyes being opened and now knowing themselves to be naked, were expelled from the garden." This is the tree.
He said,
of
"This
knowledge.
is the very tree."
Wow. Wow.
So, dude, don't get too happy about this. Just stay away from the tree.
Well, listen, I mean, let that tree teach you something, okay?
Yeah.
A little bit of history is in that tree.
Now, there's some knowledge right here. Here goes some wisdom. Leave the tree alone. Remember your mom and dad.
Wow, that's amazing. Right, it's the same tree. Right, I'm thinking it was 2 different trees myself. How many of you thought it was 2 different trees? I did.
I did.
I was like, okay, but no, it's the same tree. Wow. All right, 32. From there, I went on towards the extremities of the earth, where I saw large beasts different from each other, and birds various in their countenance and forms, as well as with notes of different sounds.
So he saw different kind of animals, different kind of birds that sang different kind of
notes.
notes.
Ooh, rockin' Robin.
Notes.
Sweet,
he called
Tweedledee.
the bird sounds notes. That means they make a song. When they sing together, they make a song.
Well, all my musical people, they know about it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Countenance and forms and different sounds. Okay. 2. To the east of these beasts, I perceived the extremities of the earth, where heaven ceased.
Into the firmament.
Mm.
And remember, he's talking about the ends of the earth, but the heaven he's talking about is the airspace. Remember,
Yes.
not the 7 up there. He right now he ain't up there. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna find out when we keep
Okay.
reading. He says, the gates of heaven stood open, and I beheld the celestial stars come forth. I numbered them as they proceeded out of the gate, and wrote them all down as they came out one by one, according to their number. According to their
Now
number.
look at here. Look at here. You know how many stars there are? Each one of them got a name. Enoch up there writing their name down. Look, yeah, I have asked to read a whole bunch of books. No.
First off, can we
all the stars?
Can we clap it up for his memory? Okay, let's go. Uncle Ronald, he goes, remember, all the angels in heavens are the original before different breeds and hybrids were made. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Facts upon facts on that.
Yes.
Wow. He says, I wrote down their names all together, their times and their seasons, as the angel Uriel, who was with me, pointed them out to me. He showed them all to me and wrote them down. He also wrote down for me their names, their regulations, and their operations.
Oh, so you got a little help. You gonna need some angel help for that. He said, these are these angels. I mean, these are these stars. This their names. This is what they do. This group of stars is this. This is what they do. Here go they name. Come on now, Uriel. Go.
I mean, he just basically saying the order of things that they do. Just showing them order, even in that space.
That is.
Boy, man just jacked this all up.
They really did. Look at what we're supposed to know.
Okay, let me see. Let me get into this. Auntie Kim, she says, you see how everything comes back to the fall of man? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The Most High was not done teaching them how to live in the world he created for us, which is why we are stumbling around in this world.
Yes.
Trying to figure things out. Right.
And letting science and astrology tell us what all these stars and stuff is for. If we had all this information, knowing, it's written down somewhere, we would know and be able to tell we'd be getting so much trouble in class. We'd be like,
that ain't true. That is crazy. I mean, it's amazing too. When I say crazy, not like crazy.
They know what you mean.
But it's amazing. All right. He says, from there I advanced on towards the north to the extremities of the earth. And there I saw a great and glorious wonder at the extremities of the whole earth. I saw there heavenly gates opening into heaven, 3 of them distinctively separated. The northern winds proceeded from them, blowing cold, hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain. From one of the gates they blew mildly. But when they blew from the 2, it was with violence and force. They blew over the earth strongly.
He said, I saw the gates that held back the wind. And if y'all wanted one of them to open, we get a breeze. We get, hey, nice little wind. But let them open too.
How powerful is he?
Child, we finna get some hurricanes. So hurricanes is hurricanes wind or tornadoes? Or is hurricanes wind and rain?
Listen, I'm just stuck at the intelligence of the Most High.
Right. Wow. So, and you see that there are places where they are kept. They ain't just disappearing. They go home. They do their job. They go home.
The order that he just established things.
Mm-hmm. They ain't trying to break out the gate. When the angel opened the gate for me to leave, I'll leave. I'll do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm coming back home.
Everything is so orderly, and our system that we live is it's the complete opposite.
It's chaos.
It thrives and make money and profit and all of that on chaos.
Oh, chaos and fear.
Chaos and fear. It's crazy. And everything is made up. Now we have fake clouds, right?
Oh.
Everything is made up. It's man-made. Our food, everything, just about everything. Wow. Okay. Uncle Ronald, good to see you again. He says, hurricanes are on the water.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then Auntie Kim, she in the chat, she says, how we get 90 tornadoes? I don't know. Lolo, she goes, just how we read about the clouds, how the clouds supposed to stay together in one.
Wow.
Yeah. It's wow.
This earth is so complex, but it's ordered, like you were saying.
It's ordered. In the righteous way, in the way that Yahuwah had.
Yes, everything was ordered.
But now it's just out of whack. Like trees stink now. Some of them. Stink.
Yeah.
Yes, heart. Man-made, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. All right. So 34. From there I went to the extremities of the world westward, where I perceived 3 gates open as I had seen in the north. The gates and the passages through them being of equal magnitude.
So they all were sized the exact same way.
Wow. This is amazing. Oh, she said over the weekend. She said, how did we get 90 tornadoes over the weekend? That was Sister Kim said that in the chat. That's crazy. Over a weekend? Crazy. That's crazy.
You're right. Some of them maybe doing them.
Like she said, heart.
Doing them bombs, setting stuff off. And
Then I proceeded to the extremities of the earth southwards, where I saw 3 gates open to the south, from which issue dew, rain, and wind.
See how everybody got their own gate?
Wow. From there I went to the extremities of heaven, eastward, where I saw 3 heavenly gates open to the east, which had smaller gates within them. Through each of these small gates, the stars of heaven passed on and proceeded towards the west by a path which was seen by them and at every period.
The stars have a path they got to follow. Everything is ordered.
Oh my.
Everything is ordered. And that's why when we get to talking about the earth is round and it's spinning and then it's doing this. No,
that's confusion.
That's not order. That's not order.
We will be
and the stars will be in a different place.
Yeah. There's no way.
No.
That's confusion.
That's crazy confusion.
We wouldn't even literally
we'd be
dizzy. Have our head.
We'd be dizzy.
We couldn't function, okay? We couldn't function.
And it's supposed to be spinning real fast.
No, we couldn't.
We can't even last on the merry-go-round.
No, and I don't even do merry-go-rounds, okay? When I beheld, I blessed every time. I blessed Yahuwah of glory, who had made those great and splendid signs, that they might display the magnificence of this works to angels and to the souls of men, and that these might glorify all his works and operations, might see the effects of his power, might glorify the great labor of his hands, and bless him forever.
He said, I'm telling mankind all this, and notice it keeps saying might, because it's going to be some stubborn people, like it is now.
Yes.
But just imagine if we had all these facts from the very beginning.
Oh, yeah.
From the very beginning. Them demons wouldn't have been able to get as far as they have with all the chaos and stuff.
No.
All the astrology and all this science, they crazy stuff they throwing out where stuff came from. And we'd be like, no, sorry. All this stuff is at a gate. That's why you got to try to make your own. Because you can't command the real stuff.
Yep.
The real stuff is not going to do what you say.
You don't have
to. So you trying to make your own. Trying to make your own clouds, your wind, got your little wind machines, your weather machines.
But, and then also, like what it says, the whole purpose of it is exactly what we see. He says we're able to display the magnificence of this work to the angels and to the souls of men. We see it. It all glorifies the Most High.
And we supposed to
it all
glorify the
glorifies.
Most
We're
High.
able to see the way He operates in order. You know, the effect of His power. We're able to see all of this through Enoch's revelation or vision.
Yeah.
Or experience, all of it.
Yeah, and that's something we should, I know, I mean, it's a little harder now to do because they got a bunch of fake stuff, but when we look at the earth and see, really, really look and just see really how magnificent it is. We already know, could nobody do this but y'all. Just think of just everything creation does, like we're saying here, like the rain, the dew, the wind, I'm trying not to give too much of the way, only the part we're seeing how the stars have a path, the moon, the sun.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.